welcome back to my Paragon series. This is going to be my second video, and what I'm going to be talking about in this video is purely the patch notes. Simple, straight and simple. I'm going to be talking about, I'm going to be saying everything in the patch notes, top to bottom. And then just to keep it easier for me, and hopefully for you guys as well that watch this video, I'm just gonna read the patch notes first, and then go ahead and show off some grim.exe. And I was gonna have me playing grim.exe and reading off the patch notes at the same time. Excuse me. But then I realized, like, because I tried that a little bit before this recording, and it was not very easy for me to focus playing at my best and reading very consistently at the same time. So I'm just going to read the patch notes first to make it easier, and then I'll just show off grim.exe. Alright, and that's what this video is going to be, straightforward. So if you're not too interested in just hearing every single one of the patch notes, top to bottom, fully understandable if you want to just click off the video now. But for those of you who do want to know everything in the patch notes, well then feel free to stick around, and if you do all the way, I appreciate it. Alright, let's get it started. Alright, so it starts with the heroes. Oh, and just in case you didn't see, I have it the page for the patch notes on the Epic Games for Paragon up on my phone right now, so that's what I'm going to be reading it off of. Alright, so it starts with the heroes, and the first one is Aurora. Polish and bug fixing, cryocism, whichever one that is now cleansable by cards and gems. Crunch, and this is for all three of his moves, left crunch, right crunch, and forward crunch. Increased animation speed. Drongo, polish and bug fixing. Fix an issue where the damage recap on death was not labeling the damage from rad rounds correctly. And next is Fang Mao. He's got quite a bit of tweaking, reworking. New ability, crippling strikes, passive. After 4 successful hits or 20 seconds, Fang Mao's blade will glow. His next basic attack will deal damage in a wider arc and apply as you upgrade it, 20, 23, then 26, and then finally 29% move speed slow for 2 seconds. Dealing damage with abilities will also trigger the slow. Adjusted Fang Mao's arms to show effects based on his number of stacks. Adjusted blade glow to indicate a new state of passive effect. Replaces hamstring. Reworked Imperial Sentence, formerly Earth Shatter. Fang Mao slams his blade onto the ground, dealing ability damage to all enemies in a line in front of him equal to, and again as you upgrade it, 150, then 275, then 400 plus power rating. He will execute heroes below a health threshold of, and again as you upgrade it, 300, 425, then 550 plus power rating. Executable heroes are marked with a special visual effect. Improved visual effects on stairs and slopes. Movement is no longer blocked while in the air, and the ability is now cast upon activation. Reaping Dash. Now automatically causes Fang Mao to basic attack his target when he lands, dealing an additional, as you upgrade it, 45, then 70, then 95, then 120% bonus damage. Adjusted teleport to hug ground whenever possible. Range increased from 800 to 900. Cooldown reduced from 10 seconds to 8 seconds at all levels. Ability now auto-confirms. Guardian Shield, formerly Conversion Shield. Mana cost increased from 40 to 50 at all levels. Cooldown reduced from 8 seconds to 7 seconds at all levels. General Balance. Base mana decreased from 276 to 248. Base mana regen decreased from 1.32 to 1.23. Move speed from 740 to 700. Next is Gideon. Again, has a bit of a rework and retweaking, or tweaking. New ability, Void Breach. Gideon summons a comet projectile that pierces minions and deals, as you upgrade it, 140, then 240, then 339, then 439 ability damage in an area. Replaces Burden. Cosmic Rift. Damage adjusted from, as you upgraded, 140 to 240, then 339, then 439, to 117, then 170, then 222, then 275. Now applies a 20, then 24, then 28, then 32% slow for 2 seconds. Radius increased from 300 to 350. Torn Space. Cooldown increased from 12 to 10 to 8 to 6 to 12 to 11 to 10 to 9. Black Hole. Now applies a stun effect to all affected targets. The stun only applies once and lasts for the duration of the ability. It can be broken as usual. Cooldown increased from 130 to 115, then 100 to 150, then 135, then 120. Damage reduced from 328, 450, then 562, to 224, 304, 384. Updated sounds and visual effects. Then you got Grux. Again, got a bit of tweaking and reworking. New ability, Crush. Grux lunges forward a short distance, dealing 47, then 70, then 94, then 117 ability damage, and a short duration knock-up to enemies within 250 units of his destination. Cooldown 12 seconds, mana cost 75, replaces Charge. Reworked Double Pain. Now an attack with 100% cleave that deals 120, then 130, then 140, then 150% of Grux's base damage, plus 35, then 40, then 45, then 50 bonus damage to all affected enemies. Cooldown increased from 3 to 8. Smash and Grab. Adjusted all visual effects. The pole and damage are now synced up with the visual effect wave. The effective range has been increased from 700 to 850. Mana cost decreased from 90 to 60. Warlord's Challenge. Bonus basic damage changed from a flat bonus to a percent increase. Plus 22, then 44, then 66, to 50, then 100, then 150%. Area stun has been removed. Mana cost reduced from 75 to 50. Duration increased from 8 to 14 seconds. Cooldown increased from 90, then 70, then 50, to 110, then 95, then 80. General Balance. Base mana decreased from 276 to 246. Mana per level decreased from 13 to 12. Base mana regen decreased from 1.32 to 1.22. Base attack damage decreased from 68 to 65. Attack damage per level increased from 2.9 to 4. God damn it, Health per level, what? I feel like they should have had that the other way. It says from decrease. I feel like it should have been, decreased from. Anyway, 85.8 to 77.2. Health regen per level decreased from 0.14 to 0.13. And last but not least, basic attack timer increased from 0.85 to 0.95. That next is Kwong. Simple. Polish and bug fixing. Heaven's Fury will no longer activate multi-shot gem. Murdoch. Again, got some tweaking. Plasma Bolt. Ranged basic attack, dealing 58.3 basic damage. Buckshot. Increased knockback effect. Knockback now affects minions. Targeting mode updated to be more forgiving up close. Visual effect polish. Corrected an issue which could cause the effect to shoot off to the side. Improved quick cast interaction of Buckshot while Plasma Bolt is held down. Hot Pursuit. Ability has received updated visual and sound effects. Ability has had technical hardening and should fire more reliably. Shots fired. Visual effects have been updated. Long Arm of the Law. Reduce delay upon firing Long Arm of the Law to improve ability responsiveness. Next is Rampage. New ability Rumble. Rampage pounds the ground with both fists, dealing 94, then 152, then 211, then 269 ability damage between two hits, and applies a 25, then 30, then 35, then 40% slow to all nearby enemies for 2 seconds. Cooldown 7 seconds, mana cost 50, replaces Pounce. Boulder Throw. Rampage can now hold the boulder until it is cancelled or thrown, but Rampage moves more slowly while holding the boulder. No longer costs mana when the ability is cancelled. Mana cost decreased from 100, then 115, then 130, then 145, to 90, then 100, then 110, then 120. King of the Jungle. Passive health regen increased from 0.75, then 1, then 1.25, then 1.5%, to 1, then 1.4, then 1.8, then 2.2%. Bonus damage duration increased from 5 to 8 seconds. Enraged. Increased regeneration gained from King of the Jungle from 3 to 5. 3 to 4 to 5, then 6%. 2, 5, then 7, then 9, then 11%. Mana cost decreased from 50, then 30, then 10 to 50, then 25, then 0. Rumble's radius is increased and its cooldown is reduced from 7 to 3 for the duration of Enraged. General balance. Basic defense increased from 27.8 to 31.7. Move speed increased from 695 to 705. Base health increased from 686 to 733. Health per level increased from 75.5 to 78.1. Base health regen increased from 1.14 to 1.22. Richter is next. Polish and bug fixing corrected an issue in which Electrocute could appear invisible to Richter. And then next is Twin Blast. Again, got some good tweaks and stuff. New ability, Hot Shot. Passive. After hitting 12 basic attacks, the next 12 basic attacks will critically strike for 10, then 15, then 20, then 25% bonus damage and lock to heroes. Hotshot's critical strike damage applies to structures. Lasts 10 seconds if not consumed. Replaces rapid fire. Double Shot. Twin Blast fires his right gun then follows up with his left one. The bullet from the right gun applies on hit effects and deals 75% of his normal basic damage. The bullet from the left gun does not apply on hit effects and deals 25% of his normal basic damage. Grenade. Twin Blast fires a grenade that explodes after bouncing or hitting an enemy, dealing 47, then 70, then 94, then 117 ability damage, and applies a 12, then 16, then... Okay, that has to be like an error, because it says then 2. Then it says 24%. So it must be like 20, probably. 20 and 21 maybe. Then 24% move speed slow for 1 second. The grenades have 3 charges. Visual effects have been updated. Rocket Dash. Activating Rocket Dash now grants 1 charge of grenade. Improved Rocket Dash to more accurately travel the full 650 units distance. Updated water interaction effects. Ventilate now deals damage faster and has minor homing properties. Alright, next we got cards and gems. It says, note, all updates are based on level 1 card values, but will affect cards of all levels. Alright, Death. Cull the Weak. No longer executes minions below 20% max health. Reworked. Increases minion execution thresholds by 50 health. See section describing updates to minions for further details. Lord Volstock. Reduced gold lost every 10 seconds from 100 to 85. Knowledge. Static Trap. Now also deals 50 ability damage to the rooted target. Chaos. Thorn Yami? I hope one of those was right. Now properly reflects damage dealt from cards. Tireless Reaper. Fix an issue where it would not reduce the mana cost of the next ability cast if purchased while dead. All movement speed, slows, and speed boosts have been converted from flat values to comparable percentages. Polish and bug fixing. Damaging aura cards now properly put the card owner in combat. Oh, there are damage aura. So that's why when I'm hitting steel at a certain amount of time that I'm actually getting hit as well, even if he's not hitting me. I hate those cards. That's not too bad late game. Whatever. Gems. There's only one thing. Spell Shield. No longer removed when Greystone blocks a basic attack with his deflect ability. Okay, then we got Monolith. That's the name of the map. Minions are being redesigned in a 2-step process. The first step, arriving in the v.44 update, will adjust minions' critical last hit threshold when you damage a minion below roughly 20% health. That minion will be executed and you will be rewarded with a last hit. The second step is a full redesign of minion art, highlighting different states of damage before exposing a minion's weak center. The visual redesign will arrive in the v.44.3 update. Last hitting is not very clear in MOBAs, and we want to make it better in Paragon. These changes will allow you to clearly understand when you can last hit with any hero and play less of the stand and wait game. Our goal is to let you focus on hero-to-hero combat as opposed to idly watching minion health bars. There you go. Minions. Minions are now executed when attacked with low health. A minion's health bar will turn red when a player's next basic attack will execute that minion. Large white jungle minion. Increase max health from 980 to 1100. Green buff minion. Increased max health from 1500 to 1550. Structures. Ability damage no longer deals damage to structures. Core has been reworked. No longer fires an AoE blast which hits all enemies. Now fires a single target attack similar to how towers and inhibitors currently work. Attacks deal 320 damage per attack, and attack speed still scales based on how many inhibitors have been destroyed. Objectives: Black buff. Added a new black jungle camp in the offlane jungle which grants Hunter's Sight. Hunter's Sight. Basic attack, slow movement speed of enemy heroes. Melee 20%, range 15%. Grants vision of enemy heroes in a large radius around you. Does not reveal shadow plane units. Shares the same health and damage values as green buff minion. Fangtooth. Raptor Camp has been replaced by Fangtooth. Killing Fangtooth grants the entire team a stack of Mark of the Fangtooth, which provides buffs based on how many stacks the team has. First kill, plus 4 power, plus 1000 gold. Second kill, plus 4 power, plus 10% out of combat movement speed. Third kill, plus 4 power, plus 15% non-hero damage. And then fourth kill, plus 8 power with each additional kill of Fangtooth. Attacks apply a burn which deals 3% of current health per second as ability damage. Fangtooth and Prime Guardian now have in-world point of interest icons to reveal whenever these objectives are alive. Visual and audio updates have also been made to increase awareness regarding these objectives. Updated names and descriptions for all carried buffs. Hunter's Sight, black buff. Grants vision of nearby enemies and basic attacks apply movement slow. Shield of Zekin, green buff. Shield that reflects damage while active and explodes when destroyed. Amplification Orb, red buff. Bonus ability damage. Echo Orb, orange buff. Applies damage over time or dot damage to enemies on hit. Swiftness Orb, blue buff. Increases movement speed. Shadow Orb, purple buff. Grants Shadow Plane while active. All buffs receive polished work and updated visuals to help carried buffs stand out from each other. Greatly reduced the health regen of camps which are no longer in combat. This includes Fangtooth and Prime. The result is that camps will no longer heal to full shortly after leashing back to their original location, but still retain invulnerability during the retreat period and when being damaged without a hero in their combat radius. And then last but not least for the was it mono, right? Yeah. My head is fucking getting pretty light out of here. Talking so much. Jesus Christ, that's how many freaking things are on this patch. Oh, Jesus Christ. If you're making it still to this point, goddamn, you have patience of a saint. Polish and bug fixing. Various minor map collision fixes and improvements. Alright, then we have UI. And there's a lot of stuff. And then I think yeah, we'll get to the next thing. There's a lot of stuff here. I'll try to be as descriptive as I possibly can, but I'll try to make it go a little bit quicker as well. Alright. The HUD has been completely redesigned. For more information, please check out this blog post. Whatever. PS4 players are encouraged to check their safe zone settings. Blah, 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 blah. Fucking link. Yada, yada, yada. Ability buttons move to bottom middle so that their state is closer to your cone of vision. Cooldown complete effects now has a loud animation. Mana costs are now displayed on screen. Failing to fire an ability now gives an alert for why it failed near your reticle. Level up fanfare, move to bottom middle to be closer to abilities since ability points are a main reward for leveling. Health bar, move from bottom to top of screen. Now has a yellow danger state at 50% health. Now flashes more loudly and shakes when in critical state. Major game events. The objective here was to isolate the major game state events so that players understand the main score of the game. Top center is now reserved for major game events, tower and boss camp kills. Added a new event advantage. This message is shown when one team has at least 2 more people alive than the other team. Alert feeds. Kills are now shown to the left and are now instantaneous rather than queued. This allows them to be snappier with the event. Prime and Fangtooth now have alerts near the minimap when they are about to spawn and after they spawn. Team comms now alert near the minimap. Added or combined alerts for unspent gold, unused ability points, jungle buffs, out of range, and critical health. Floating combat text. Most status effects now show as text over the hero when applied. Oh, there's a lot of shit. Jesus Christ. Excuse my language, but there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff. Oh my god. Improve the look and speed of damage numbers. Gold and XP earned now show as floating text. I really should have fucking crammed the AC and brought a drink. Oh, what I did. I'm just gonna get through this. Fuck it. Using an ability on a tower now shows immune. Attacking a jungle minion outside of its leash range now shows move closer. Added team frames shows major status for ally and enemy players. Shows core health when an inhibitor has been destroyed. These now shake when they are under attack. Shows current Mark of Fangtooth stat count. Buff debuff area. Buffs move to the left side of the screen where they have more room to explain what they are. Added text for the effect name and source of the effect. Added an icon for the effect source, ability, card, gem, etc. Buffs now more clearly show stats and duration. Oh my god, there's too much. There's so much. Oh my god, dude. Please. Okay. Just keep going. Overhead health bars. New art and colors. Added danger and critical states. Intense. Status effects such as stun show the duration as a bar over the health bar. The player's name is replaced by the effect name during the effect. Enemy health bars are no longer drain in reverse. This can be toggled via settings. Local players' health bars can be set over the shoulder via settings. Melee characters default to over the shoulder. Minion health bars. Enemy minion health bars now turn red when they can be last hit. Added options to separately set ally or enemy minion health bars to always show, never show, or show when damaged. Regardless of setting, targeted enemy minions health bars always show. Off-screen indicators. We now draw off-screen indicators for nearby enemies and allied heroes that are not on screen. Arrow changes size based on distance. Current health is shown as a ring around the portrait. Player stats panel. Added a first pass panel. Stats panel. What? Added a first pass player stats panel to the bottom left that shows XP. Bottom left thing. XP kills, deaths, assists, and minion kills attributes and several stat values. Cards on HUD. Gems are now displayed along with cards. Ability name is now shown for active cards with the hotkey. Note, expect more improvements on this element. Card shop. You can now drag and drop cards. You can now swap card positions. You added categorization to the stats. Open card shop hotkey changed to G. Fixed the ordering of decks in deck selection. Inactive gems are now dimmed. Quick shop. Control now brings up. Oh my god. Ooh, baby. This is. Eesh. Anyway. Control now brings up ability upgrades and quick shop together. Added hotkeys Control plus 1, 2, 3 for purchasing attributes. That's what I should do. Point of interest POI indicators. Added in-world POI indicators for Fangtooth and Prime Guardian while they're up. Draft. Positions have been expanded to the following: offlane, mid, support, carry, jungle, and any. Boy, was this fantastic for me. I really liked that change because it made it a lot easier for me, and especially if you go into like playing other people, you'll notice that a lot of people seem to pick like the same role type of hero, and when you need like a good balance, and people just aren't are refusing to do so, or they just aren't doing it. They don't know to do that. Blah blah blah. Even if you like type in a chat, they still don't listen. Like, this is really good because now it's actually very obviously, easily indicated what type of hero is a carry, a support, offlane, jungle, whatever. And if you click on the icon before you select the hero, it dims out all the other heroes that aren't that role hero, and it kind of expands the box a little bit and highlights in yellow the heroes that are. So I really liked that change. Moving on. Hovering or selecting a position will highlight suggested heroes. This does not restrict your hero selection. Oh, that's literally what I just said. Hero tooltips can now call out suggested positions. Embiggened the position buttons. Hotkey legend. Added a small hotkey legend that is enabled by default. This can be hidden in settings. Settings. Added a new HUD tab with several new options. Expect this page to grow over the next few patches with more customization options. Hero pages. Added ability videos to hero details page. Not all heroes have videos yet, and this feature is not yet supported on PS4. Miscellaneous. PC players can now hold shift to gain access to the mouse. Clicking the minimap now pings that location. PC only, PS4 version coming soon. Alright, next. Categories. Alright, we're almost done. If you were still here, if you were still listening at this point, we're almost done. We're almost through. We're almost at the light of the tunnel. The last things we got is loot crate, tutorial, a solo co-op versus AI. I mean, storage kind of general, and gameplay systems. Gameplay systems. Movement slows no longer stack with each other. Only the greatest magnitude slow will be applied to a hero. Example: 50% slow for 1 second, 20% slow for 3 seconds, For 1 second, the hero will be slowed by 50%. When that slow expires, the hero will remain slowed by 20% for another 2 seconds. Slows for backpedaling, strafing, and attacking also follow these rules. If a hero is slowed by 20% while backpedaling and a 10% slow is applied, they'll continue to be affected by only the backpedal penalty unless they begin moving forward. Oh, I honestly had no idea there was a backpedal slow penalty. I do know that now, so now I know whenever I want to retreat, don't backpedal. Turn her fucking around and move forward. Oh my god. Excuse my language. This change does not apply to movement speed boosts. They'll continue to stack additively. All movement slows and speed boosts have been converted from flat values to comparable percentages. General store content. Added Galactic Raider Grux skin. Norgood, Pillar Banner. New pack offers added to the store. Solo co-op versus AI. I actually have not read all of these, but I do solo and co-op versus AI a lot. So this is definitely good stuff for me. AI heroes will now recall to buy cards if they can afford to. AI heroes now have custom decks that better fit their default roles. AI heroes will now occasionally place wards. That is one of the... That was a fantastic change. Like, not having wards, not having the AI place wards was, like, atrocious. Like, the amount of times... Like, I mean, I'm not the best with the mini-map awareness and all, so, like, bear with me on that. But, like, it just, like, not having the wards near that, the gates and everything, so, like, and then you just, like, if you're not paying attention, you just get ganked all the time because of that. It sucks. It sucks. But now that they do that, it's fantastic. Happens a lot less. The only drawback to it, though, is that they don't always put it where you would like them to put it. Sometimes they'll put it, like, randomly in the jungle, or they'll put it, like, closer to the mid lane. I kind of get that, because mid lane is obviously the easiest to get ganked in. So I get that, but it's like, you know, right lane and left lane. I mean, there's a gate in the middle there. At least put one there, you know. Be nice. Would be nice. AI heroes can now use some cards with active abilities, such as Thunder Cleaver. Polish and bug fixing. Fix a bug where AI heroes would stop buying attribute points after they have 3 cards. Strategic AI. Added urgent strategic behavior, allowing AI heroes to override current behavior in order to respond to a higher priority strategic call. Added more layers to threat-sensitive lane positioning based on the perceived threat in the area. AI heroes will focus on attacking enemy heroes, ignoring minions in the area. Focus on farming minions while occasionally hitting enemy heroes with attacks. Back off from enemy minions heroes until the next wave of friendly minions or other friendly heroes arrive. That's pretty nice. I like the smarter the AI, the better, really. It helps, you know, for the ones that are on your team, and you know, the more challenging the other AI are on the other team, the better. Well, it helps you become that much better with the game, and, you know, understanding it, and you know, getting better with all the heroes as well. You know, getting used to the roles and their toolkits and all that. So it's pretty cool. Helps you make better plays and, you know, hopefully get better awareness and all that. So that's really nice stuff. Really nice stuff. It is now less likely that AI heroes will all defend the same tower or inhibitor that's under attack during late game. I mean, it still kind of happens, and it is like, holy shit, is it crazy. If you're alone and that stuff happens, like, they're all just moving to the inhibitor that you're at, get out of there. Just back off. Like, back off a lot. Because they're all just going to kill the minions, and then they're all going to push forward. And if you're still within that range there, if you get into their range, they will all just use their abilities on you, stun lock the hell out of you, and then you're dead. Like, done. So just back out. Back off. AI heroes wait until later in the match to group up, and once they do, they are more likely to group push the enemy core. AI heroes will now only attack OP buff after a successful group push, to make it more likely that a group of heroes is together when they begin the fight. AI supports will no longer bodyguard the carry when playing in experience or veteran difficulty modes. What? I liked it when they did that. I forget, like, aren't supports supposed to stay near the carry? Or are they not supposed to do that? Or are they supposed to only do that for a certain amount of time, and then once the carry gets to a certain level, like, then they're allowed to roam around and support the other players? I don't know. Let me know if that's what they're supposed to do. Difficulty. Experience and veteran difficulty levels have been balanced to provide a smoother and less jarring ramp-up and challenge throughout each match. Friendly AI heroes have been buffed. Polish and bug fixing. Lowered AI hero accuracy numbers against other heroes. AI heroes are now aware of Iggy's turrets, and Iggy is now only available as an AI opponent in the top 2 difficulty tiers. It's kind of lame. I mean, every hero should be available in every difficulty. To be on, in my opinion, really, in my opinion. Fixed various bugs causing AI to get stuck, lose targeting, and shoot in the wrong direction. They do that sometimes, which was very weird. Added a chance for an AI hero to use its secondary role during the draft, in order to increase team composition variety. That's nice. Fixed bug where AI melee heroes could detect stealth characters within their basic attack range. Oh, wow. Bots are now aware when they take damage while attacking an enemy tower, and will relocate if possible. Okay, we're almost done. We're literally at the end of it with the stretch. We're at the last stretch. We are at the last 2 categories, tutorial and loot crate. Tutorial updates. Core has been updated to be to the rework core mentioned above. Minion waves now remain at 4 per wave for the entire tutorial. Removed super minions from being able to spawn. Minions will now damage each other. Increase player basic attack damage to minions. Increase the power of Gideon's black hole. Decrease core damage to 50 per tick. Polish and bug fixing. Fix for destroy core checkbox not getting checked at the end of tutorial. Last but not least, loot crate. Removed Marine Undead Sparrow. Royal Undead Sparrow. Blush Mecha Terror Iggy and Scorch. And Bronze Mecha Terror Iggy and Scorch. And there you go. That is all, each and every single one. Hopefully nothing was left out. I didn't miss anything. If I did, or if there's anything I didn't mention, or I didn't see, put it right down in the comments so I know. The more I know and the more we all know, the better, I say. So yeah, I was going to have Grim.exe gameplay after this, but considering how long this took, I'm probably just gonna have this be its own video, and then I'll just I'll record me playing Grim.exe, and again, just, you know, with commentary, and I'll just talk about him, how I like to play him, and all that stuff. In a separate video. I'll record it like right after this, and then and then yeah. So then I'll upload this, and then the Grim.exe gameplay, one right after another, as fast as I can tonight. So yeah. If there were any of you that actually stuck around to hear this entire thing, again, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Hopefully, it was as informational as possible for you. Hopefully, it was, you enjoyed it in whatever way you can. Whatever, whatever kind of enjoyment you can get out of this. I purely for this video, I literally just wanted to just have a video out that just literally mentions all of the things in the patch notes. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop the recording for this, and then I'm gonna start up the recording again, record gameplay for Grim.exe, and on veteran AI difficulty, and I'll just do a little bit of talking, and yeah, and then I'll just upload these two videos as soon as I can. Alright, if you watched all the way, thank you very much for watching. You are fantastic for, like, making it all this way through. I can't tell how long this recording is until I, go back and look at it, but I imagine this is probably incredibly long. So, yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Later.